Hello again, summer science students. It is week 2. It is lesson 2 today. I'm your teacher, Miss Wastowski, and let's get started with today's lesson. Just some important information because it's still only week 2. You need to check in on Schoology Conference every day so I can mark you present. This is the only way that I can mark you present. And when you do this, you automatically get 5 points for checking in with me on Schoology, and you get zilch zada nothing for not checking in. If there is something wrong that you can't get into your computer, or maybe you had a doctor's appointment or something like that, please let me know either through Schoology messaging, email, or you can text me. So every day there are 2 quizzes for you to take on GradPoint. Remember, you get a grade for every quiz. You get 5 points for above a 65, 2 points for below a 65. So you want to get max points because I want you guys to move on to 8th grade. So my suggestion is to try to take notes on YouTube summary, which is what you're watching. And remember, the vocabulary word is in red. The definition of the vocabulary word is underlined. And if you write the red word and the definition that's underlined, you should be scoring pretty well on your quizzes. All right, speaking of quizzes, all of the quizzes in yellow should be done by now. And if you look at this and you're panicking, don't. This is the work from week 1. Remember that there are 2 quizzes per day, 5 days of classes. 5 times 2 is 10, so 10 per week. And this is what we worked on Monday, which was July 13th. So please try to keep up on this because it is really overwhelming if you try to sit down and do like 10, 12 quizzes at once. Okay, so the work for today, before you come back on Wednesday, I need you to read Why You Need Food all the way to the digestive process begins on GradPoint. And then you should also be taking the quiz Why You Need Food and the quiz Digestive Process Begins on GradPoint before you come back to class on Wednesday. All right, getting into today's lesson, we're done with Unit 1, so please click on Unit 2. You should get a screen like this. We're done with introduction. I need you to click on folder 2, food digestion and circulation. And don't panic because it is a ginormous folder. But we're only working on why you need food and the digestive process. And tomorrow's lesson will be continued digestion. All right, let's get started on our GradPoint summary. Again, this is a summary of the most important information from the 2 chapters that we are reading on GradPoint. We're starting off with why you need food. This is our first chapter today on GradPoint. The food we eat contains small particles called molecules. Common food molecules we eat at almost every meal are carbohydrates, that's a fancy science word for sugars, proteins, and lipids, which is a fancy science word for fat. So we've already learned this, that all of the food we eat contains these 3 molecules, carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Now, these molecules are made from elements, which are small pieces of matter that can't be broken down to anything smaller. So maybe you've heard or seen this chart called the periodic table of elements in your science classroom. And what it is, it's every known element of both living and non-living things. So everything that exists on Earth, whether it's living or non-living, is made up of different combination of these elements. So rocks are made up of different combinations of these elements. Water is made up of different combinations of these elements, specifically hydrogen and oxygen. And you and I are actually made up of different combinations of these elements. So carbohydrates and lipids, because again, we're just talking about food molecules right now, are made from carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. So they're different things, but they're actually made up of the same elements, just in a different order, which is pretty cool. Protein's a little bit different. It's still made from carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen, but it also has the addition of the element nitrogen. So proteins are very important for the human body because they make up many things inside our cells. So proteins play an important role in chemical reactions of the cell because they make up enzymes. And we're going to learn more about enzymes, but what basically enzymes do is they help create chemical reactions. Specifically, they really help us break down our food into small particles. We can't use our food as it is. Like, you can't eat a burger and just expect that your body can use that big old fat burger. Your body has to break down that burger into smaller particles, and enzymes really help in this. So proteins also help your body create new tissue and helps in growth and repair of the body. So I know that that GIF is kind of gross, but it's actually pretty amazing how fast that your body heals itself, and that is through protein and cell division. So now we're moving on to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give the body energy. So, if you are feeling low on energy, you could have like a nice big bowl of pasta that will help increase your energy. And lipids, also known as fats, give the body energy and cushion the body. So it is good to have a little bit of fat on you because it will give you energy, and it also helps kind of protect your body just from kind of bouncing all over the place when you walk or when you fall. However, you got to be careful with lipids because there are 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. So if you spend a lot of time sitting or reading, you need to eat less calories than an active person because you got to burn off all of those calories that you get from eating fat in your food. All right, so I need you to stop and pause because we have finished why you need food. So you should go and take the quiz why you need food. And if necessary, you can go and rewind the last few minutes to help you with your quiz questions. Let's start off with our second chapter of the day. The digestive process begins. So the digestive system is a group of organs that work together to break down food, absorb nutrient molecules like proteins, fat, and carbohydrates, and eliminate waste or poop. So again, the digestive system is an organ system. It's a group of organs working together to break down food, take the good things out of food into your body, and eliminate waste. Remember, poop is involved in the digestive system. Pee and carbon dioxide are involved in the excretory system, which we learned about yesterday. So the digestive system actually begins in the mouth, and that makes sense because that's where you put your food. And in the mouth, there are enzymes, and we've heard this word before. Enzymes are protein molecules that help break down food. Enzymes in the mouth, enzymes that are found in the mouth, break down starches, and what starches are small carbohydrate molecules. So again, enzymes are protein molecules, so that's really important. Enzymes are made out of protein that help break down food. Enzymes have a special size and shape that will only fit in certain molecule, so we say enzymes are specific. So let me show you a picture of this little GIF. So the enzyme is that orange ball, and you'll see that the enzyme has kind of like its mouth is shaped like a triangle, and that shape is specific. Okay, so a different enzyme might have a shape like a circle, and it's only going to be able to fit circle-shaped molecules. Or it might have a shape like a square, and it's only going to fit square-shaped molecules. And you can see that this enzyme, which has a triangle-shaped mouth, is fitting in that little triangle molecule just perfectly. And again, an enzyme can't change its shape. So if it's shaped like a triangle mouth, it's going to stay like that for its entire life. So a single enzyme takes part in only one chemical reaction because they can only fit one type of molecule. So that enzyme, that orange enzyme, is only going to fit that blue triangle, and that's the only chemical reaction it can do with that blue triangle because it has, excuse me, a specific shape and size. All right, please stop and pause the video because we are done with the digestive process begins. So please take that quiz. And when you're done with that, if you finish both quizzes, congratulations, you are done for the day, and I will see you back here tomorrow.